Matthew 16 verse 19. What does the keys to the kingdom of heaven mean? That's the question we're going to answer today. You see, Matthew 16 verse 19 talks about the keys of the kingdom of heaven. What's so interesting is that it seems that Jesus or Yahshua was giving this key to the Apostle Peter. Because of this, many people today believe Peter was granted the highest authority in the church, making him the first pope and laying the foundation for the doctrine of the papacy. So, let's read Matthew 16 verse 19 for a better context. You read here what Jesus said, "And I will give you," that's Peter, "and I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." So, let's pause and really ask, what do the keys of the kingdom of heaven actually mean? Does this prove Peter was the first pope? And most importantly, how does this apply to us today? Those are the questions we're going to answer, so let's discuss. Hello everyone, welcome back to Becoming Christians. I'm Joshua Fantado and thank you so much for joining us today. So, when Jesus gave Peter the keys, he was referring to the authority to open the way to the kingdom through the gospel. In biblical culture, keys symbolize access, responsibility, and stewardship. Peter was indeed the first to preach the message of salvation to the Jews, and read that in Acts 2, and to the Gentiles, that's Acts 10. He used the keys to open the door. But this authority did not end with Peter. In Matthew 18 verse 18, we read that Jesus also gave the same authority to the other apostles. Jesus, talking to disciples, not just Peter, said, "Assuredly, I say to you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." So, this is a shared authority and responsibility. We need to remember that the church is not built on Peter as a man, but on the fact that Jesus is the Messiah, the Son of the living God. The church is built on the true rock, and that rock is Christ, as you read in 1 Corinthians 10 verse 4. So no, Matthew 16 doesn't prove Peter was the first pope. It proves something far greater, that all who follow the Messiah have been entrusted with the message that opens the great hope of the gospel. So, let's not miss the point. You and I now hold those keys. So the question is, are we using them to bring others into the kingdom? I hope the answer is yes. Well, this video is a summary of my blog, Matthew 16 verse 19, what does the keys to the kingdom of heaven mean? If you want to dig deeper into this life-changing verse, I highly recommend you go to the description box and read the full blog now. By doing so, you'll discover the truth behind the keys of the kingdom of heaven. With that, I just want to say thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Joshua Fantado, Becoming Christians, and I hope to see you next time. Hello friends, I need your help. If this is not too much to ask, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. This should only take 5 seconds of your time, but this simple gesture would help me reach more people and share the Word of God with the rest of the world. You have the power to make a difference in people's lives.